From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
My time is devoted to trying to make sure this nation is secured, not to comment on every comment of Mr. Trump's.
Arizona Senator John McCain doesn't have time to talk about President-elect Trump, but he may just agree with him on one issue.
How these longtime Globe and Miami residents are seeing change after the election.
Plus, how a local restaurant is bringing a little part of Mexico to Phoenix through a traditional holiday dish.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Alexis Ducraft.
And I'm Alex Capriello. Thanks so much for joining us. In Arizona, more than 30,000 young people qualified for DACA, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. Now, many who signed up are worried that the Trump administration will use that information to have them deported. Cronkite News reporter Yami Flores talked to one dreamer who's living in limbo.
This one is if you're looking to become a chef, get into...
Ramon Chavez has been living with uncertainty since the presidential election.
It does two things.
He qualified for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals in 2012. But now, he fears he could be deported.
You know, my family's planning for the worst, but we're always thinking for the best.
Under DACA, Chavez has a work permit, holds down 2 jobs, and is pursuing a college degree. He was born in Mexico, but he has lived in Phoenix since he was 9 years old.
I've thought about maybe going back. I know there's no kind of future in there for me. I can go back, but I'm basically starting from scratch, you know.
The Arizona DREAM Act Coalition and immigration attorneys are getting calls from anxious DACA recipients and employers.
Even though they know that the future of the program is uncertain, they are still willing to take the risk because they see some hope in it.
And some people are still applying for DACA, despite the uncertainty.
But we're encouraging people because we believe there's a strength in numbers. And the more that we show people are committed to this program, that they believe in this program, and the more we show we're keeping in conformity with it, the harder it is to take that benefit away.
Chavez is not giving up. He and other dreamers are ready to reach out to members of Congress. All hope they can stay in the country they call home. Yami Flores, Cronkite News.
Arizona State University President Michael Crow was on Arizona Horizon last night, reaffirming his commitment to accommodate DACA students and invest in their futures. He said that providing education to all children living in Arizona was part of the design of the state's constitution.
Our commitment is to these individuals and to these families to help these students to be educated so that they can move forward and be contributors to the economy here in the United States. We believe that we are acting in the spirit of the designers of Arizona as a place.
New developments on outgoing Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio. A new trial date has been set for his criminal contempt of court charge that stemmed from his defiance of a judge's order in a racial profiling case. Arpaio was originally set to be tried on December 6th, but the date has been moved to April 4th after his lawyer said he needed more time to prepare. If found guilty, Arpaio could face up to 6 months in jail.
Just under 2 months until his inauguration, President-elect Donald Trump has been slowly putting together nominees to join his cabinet. So far today, Trump has nominated Elaine Chao as Transportation Secretary and Georgia Congressman Tom Price as Health and Human Services Secretary. There's still no word on who will officially be nominated as Secretary of State, but Trump has made it clear he is pining for Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney.
Arizona Senator John McCain is responding to President-elect Trump's tweet about punishing those who burn the flag. This morning, Trump tweeted, "Nobody should be allowed to burn the American flag. If they do, there must be consequences, perhaps loss of citizenship or a year in jail." Senator John McCain told reporters he agrees that there should be some type of punishment.
I do not approve of burning the flag. I think there should be some punishment, but right now the Supreme Court decision is that people are free to express themselves that way. But I do not approve of it, and I think there's other ways for people to express their views rather than burn a flag that so many Americans fought and died for.
The Supreme Court has ruled 2 different times that burning the flag is a form of expression and is protected under the First Amendment. Known for its copper mines and as the birthplace of many Democratic politicians, including Rose Mofford, Gila County had one of the highest Republican voter percentages among all Arizona counties. This is the third presidential election in a row which heavily favored the Republican candidate, chipping away at once considered pro-union liberal stronghold. Jesse Canales reports how two mining communities are adjusting to their new reality.
A county proud of its mining roots. Union workers and a diverse community have long spawned a Democratic county.
I was born and raised in Globe.
Lido Rodriguez left his hometown of Globe to serve in the Marines during the Vietnam War. When he returned, he began working in the copper mines and joined the Union. He spent the next 4 decades inside those mines.
There was a strong political Democratic Party here with most of the elderlies that are already gone.
Like the pennies made of copper, the times they were a-changin'. The breakup of unions after the loss of copper jobs modified the political dynamic.
I don't know, things started turning around on us, and we have no unions in this area anymore. It's all controlled by companies themselves.
Statewide positions, the county as a whole is voting almost 2-to-1, if not more, for Republican candidates.
George Califf, president of Data Orbital, a data analysis and political consulting firm, says this election, the shift to voting for conservative candidates in Gila County continued.
I was looking for somebody who really was not a career politician.
President-elect Donald Trump's business experience and promises to cut back on the EPA regulations had some Miami Globe residents thinking of the benefits it can bring their copper towns.
Copper is needed in so many areas by selling more copper, not only here in the United States, but to foreign countries, that it would increase our job.
Which could ignite another copper boom. In Miami Globe, Jessica Canales, Cronkite News.
In this most recent election, the progressive minimum wage bill, also known as Prop 206, passed in Gila County with almost 12,000 voting in favor of the legislation.
A Phoenix-based company is expanding and put a new facility on the East Coast. Cronkite News reporter Sabella Scalise is in Washington, D.C. with why Local Motors chose a non-traditional location to mix cars and technology.
Local Motors is known for manufacturing and selling cars as well as high-tech innovation. So why did they just open a new facility right outside of Washington, D.C., a town better known for Congress than cars?
Because one of the opportunity to really engage the federal government, legislatures, and regulators, and the diverse agencies.
Local Motors normally works with non-traditional car machinery, like 3D printing and internet community collaboration.
This is where we are right now. So we gotta make sure we are in a parameter before we actually start the print. Because if not, then the print, like I said, the print will come out bad.
Production mishaps aren't the only hurdles. Before production can be done at Local Motors or anywhere, companies have to work through policy. This is one of the reasons why the new facility sits only miles away from the Capitol.
Having access and being able to collaborate and work with these members of Congress and these agencies, staffers, and leaders to explain what we do and how we do it was critical, right? Because we're doing things that no one else is really doing. So we have to have a seat at the table.
This is one of their first facilities outside the valley, and Wosner said expansion will continue across the country and the globe.
You want to hear it roar?
In Washington, D.C., Sabella Scalise, Cronkite News.
A company expanding outside the valley to one making its way in. Governor Doug Ducey says that Lucid Motors will build a new manufacturing plant in Casa Grande, a project expected to bring in 2,000 jobs by 2022. Lucid Motors selected Casa Grande after a search spanning across 60 markets in 13 states. Ducey says Arizona is the perfect place to help businesses like Lucid expand.
Regardless of what business you're in, your ingenuity and creativity have the opportunity to flourish in Arizona. When government takes a backseat to innovation, big things can happen.
Lucid showed off some of their newest cars at the press conference in Phoenix. They say the plan is to have cars being made in Arizona in 2018 and break ground on the $700 million facility in the next year.
Parts of Arizona seeing below normal temperatures this week, some parts even with watches and warnings. Tyler Klaus is tracking temperatures across the state.
Alex, it's probably going to be the coldest night we've seen all this fall and winter season. We actually have a couple of freeze warnings in effect for southern Arizona. As we take a look, you can see those watches on the map just to the east of Phoenix and down near Tucson. The watch down near Tucson is actually a hard freeze warning, as you see there in the dark blue. Temperatures across the state tonight are going to be really frigid. Only 8 degrees up in Flagstaff as you're waking up tomorrow morning. Here in Phoenix, you should see about 42 degrees and 36 degrees down in Tucson for an overnight low. Picking up and dropping off those kids at the bus stop tomorrow, definitely going to need the coat. 42 degrees and 61 degrees picking them up tomorrow evening. And coming up in just a few minutes, I have your full weekend forecast and how long the cold sticks around.
People typically use prescription drugs to keep themselves out of the hospital, but sadly, some of those same drugs can put people back in.
Coming up on Cronkite News, what a new CDC study reveals about the relationship between drug interactions and ER visits.
And after a fresh layer of powder, Arizona Snow Bowl is getting ready for some winter fun.
I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. All my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Now.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
Just last night, 3 people were injured in a wrong-way crash on the I-17 near Anthem. A Ford F-150 was heading south in the northbound lanes when it struck an SUV. Today, authorities are still looking into whether or not drunk driving caused the accident. The driver is also facing aggravated assault and endangerment charges.
The Governor's Office of Highway Safety kicked off their annual statewide holiday DUI enforcement campaign. The campaign runs every year during the holiday season. Reporter Veronica Acosta has details on how law enforcement hope to keep the streets safe.
Just last year, between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, there were a total of 2,134 DUI arrests. This year, police officials are hoping to lower that number with the help of their task force.
We have great partnerships with the Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which is MAD, SAD, Students Against Drunk Driving, the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, the churches, the businesses. What we saw today was a great representation of the hotel, motel, or hospitality industry, as well as some of those alcohol providing entities that are offering free rides to people. So what we're trying to educate and tell the community that there's no reason for you to drink and drive.
The campaign, which started with just 25 officers, now has been taking place for 23 years. Among those present at the event were police chiefs from all across the state, officials from the Restaurant Association, alcohol distributors, and even Uber. Phoenix Police Chief Jerry Williams assured me that DUI stops will be all across the valley and in Arizona, and she also added that police chiefs all know each other and are extremely committed to this effort. In downtown Phoenix, Veronica Acosta, Cronkite News.
According to a CDC study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, dangerous medication interactions are sending an increasing number of Americans to the emergency room. Nationally, drug interactions accounted for 35% of emergency room visits among adults 65 and older in 2013 and 2014. In 2005 and 2006, the last time drug reactions were studied, it only accounted for 26% of ER visits for that same age group. Research indicates that 3 types of drugs led to nearly half of these ER visits. Blood thinners led to hemorrhages, antibiotics caused severe allergic reactions, and diabetes drugs caused hypoglycemia with neurological effects. Arizona Superintendent of Public Instruction Diane Douglas has introduced the 2017 AZ Kids Can Wait plan in an effort to introduce new funding for schools across the state. The plan highlights many new proposals, including providing $680 million in funding for teachers, buildings, transportation, and state aid, provide capital for building new schools, implement better health programs, reestablish state and local control on education, improve English immersion courses, and provide education for at-risk youth and Native American disabled students, and enhance family engagement. Douglas said in the 162-page plan, quote, "Recognizing how rapidly our society changes, I pledge to continue gathering input to build upon and evolve our AZ Kids Can't Wait plan." Hundreds of these players gear up and fight for victory in arenas everywhere.
But these players don't run out on the turf as we may know it. Coming up on Cronkite News, we take you into the virtual world of esports.
And as we take a look at temperatures across the nation, you notice this big dip in the jet stream causing us to be only at 60 degrees. How long do these chilly temperatures stick around? I have the answer next.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm always searching to feel like I fit into something.
We are the people that we are because of our past.
It's complicated. They said we never make it this far, but
I'm just one of many who stopped being silent.
they said the fight would break us. The struggle helped to make who we are.
It's just proof of how far we have come.
Make sure in all the hustle and bustle, we don't lose sight of why we're here.
It all boils down to communicating the lives we live.
If you look closely, they've got a story to tell.
It connects with you in a very deep way.
We wish you love, peace, and soul.
Come with us on this great adventure.
I've been getting used to waking up.
Come and play with us.
Onward and onward.
Good ideas open up a whole new world of possibilities.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
The sky is the limit.
Where I go, there you are.
Shoppers flooded the internet yesterday in search of the very best deals. As the holidays approach and online shopping increases, a completely different industry is gaining popularity in cyberspace. Reporter Gabriel Vasquez tells us how Dream League Gaming is embracing the world of esports.
Esports is a rapidly growing industry, with professional tournaments selling out arenas all over the world. According to Super Data Research, the industry is worth about $892 million. Los Angeles-based Dream League Gaming is taking advantage of competitive gaming's popularity by hosting tournaments for amateur gamers, including tournaments at Arizona State University over Veterans Day weekend.
If you play a game, we want you to participate with us. We just want to bring the gaming community together and make it better.
Nathaniel Tsai, the CEO of Dream League Gaming, says the company hosted tournaments at Arizona State because the university has a large gaming community.
The gaming community is just really awesome out here, and we wanted to come out and try to help support the gaming community as well as host a really awesome event for everyone.
The tournaments give amateur gamers a chance to compete for prizes in the games League of Legends, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and Super Smash Bros. 4.
The community is great, actually. Everyone is so friendly and nice. You can know no one. You can just come here by yourself, meet someone, just talk to them, and instantly make friends.
About 350 people participated in the tournaments, with 200 players in the League of Legends tournament and 150 in the Super Smash Bros. Tournaments. In Tempe, Gabriel Vasquez, Cronkite News.
Professional soccer is also on the rise in the Valley. Arizona United Soccer Club will forego its name and instead change to Phoenix Rising FC. The alteration comes as part of a rebranding campaign that includes a new home in the Southeast Valley. The team has plans for a soccer-only stadium in Tempe off the Loop 202 at McClintock. Prior to the new stadium, Arizona United has played at the Peoria Sports Complex. But Phoenix Rising says it's time for the Valley to have a soccer-only stadium to help grow excitement around the sport. The team is part of the United Soccer League.
Snowstorms are hitting northern Arizona, and Arizona Snow Bowl is opening 2 more runs. Yesterday, the ski resort opened Blackjack, and today you can also ski the Volcano and Log Jam trails. These images and videos of the storm were shared by Arizona Snow Bowl's social media pages. The runs recently opened cover a significant portion of the terrain under the Agassi Triple Chairlift, the longest chairlift on the mountain. Cold temperatures ahead, which means it's finally time to pull out those jackets.
Tyler Klaus is in the Weather Center with an update on what we can expect for the rest of this week.
Well, Alex and Alexa, here's a live look at Flagstaff. You can actually see one of those people skiing down the lifts that just opened. Here in Arizona, across the state, temperatures 30 degrees up in Flagstaff, 60 degrees here in Phoenix, and 55 degrees down in Tucson. Those temperatures are well below normal. Our normal for this time of year is right about 70 degrees. Our low today was about 44 degrees, which is also below normal. As you can see, the radar across the state, we've got some rain in New York, but what the main thing is, this jet stream is way down, almost to the New Mexico border here. That's bringing cold air down and into Phoenix, and that cold air is going to stick around. Waking up tomorrow, 42 degrees here in Phoenix, but places like Casa Grande only going to be about 2 degrees above freezing. So really chilly tomorrow on tap all across the valley. Now tomorrow we're going to warm pretty nicely, 61 degrees at 3 p.m. And for any evening plans tomorrow, 58 degrees with clear skies. So definitely we'll need a jacket. Now working through the rest of this week, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be pretty much like today, below average, about 10 degrees. But once we get to Friday, we have another weather system that's going to try to work its way through. And on Friday, here's Friday at 8 p.m. We got some snow showers up in the mountains north of Phoenix. A rain shower or two is not out of the question here in Phoenix. I'm calling it about a 10% chance of rain on Friday, but temperatures still in the low 60s, 61 and 62. That rain system that moves through on Friday, though, will bump up our temperatures throughout the weekend back to about normal, 67 and 66 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. But look at Tuesday, 59 degrees as a high, so we go back below normal next week. Tyler Klaus, Cronkite Weather.
This holiday season, you might roast a turkey or mash up some potatoes for dinner.
But why not try something from south of the border? Coming up on Cronkite News, we give you a taste of a traditional Mexican holiday dish.
The confidence to lead our country.
This isn't reality television.
I feel like Hamilton reached out from history and wouldn't let me go until I told his story.
I make no apology for my actions. I would do the same again.
How we come so far and yet have so far to go.
Right there, coming up.
In 1920s Melbourne,
Careful with the hand luggage. My pistol's in there somewhere and it may still be loaded.
Phryne Fisher is a detective.
Things could get interesting around here.
Thought they already were.
Who isn't afraid to live a little.
I hope you're not concealing a dangerous weapon under that skirt.
I'm concealing a lot of things.
Why do you think you could just run off on your own?
Because I'm carrying a gun.
The irresistible series, Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
Saturday night at 10 on Arizona PBS.
Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. As part of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU, Arizona PBS is providing a state-of-the-art venue for the next generation of journalists. From newsrooms in Washington, Los Angeles, and here in Phoenix, students engage in real-time, real-world news reporting, broadcast production, and online innovation. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
For many, a holiday dinner includes turkey or ham, but there's another meat dish enjoyed by some Arizona families this time of year. And as Cronkite News reporter Lillian Griego shows us, the recipe is originally from Mexico.
At Birreria Obregón, the specialty is an authentic meat dish.
La birria es un platillo muy tradicional.
Birria is a very traditional dish in the Mexican community, and we include it in our celebrations and holidays.
Birria began in the Mexican state Jalisco. It's made out of goat, Other regions of Mexico use lamb or beef.
The secret for a great birria is for it to be tender. This meat over here has been cooking for about 3 hours and a half and still has a way to go. It can take up to 5 hours for it to be ready.
In Mexico, it takes even longer if the meat is cooked in the traditional way, underground in a pit for 12 hours. Efrain says the secret recipe for all good birria is
La combinación de especies.
The combination of spices, the time and love you put into making it.
Birria is what brings customers back to the restaurant.
My body craves this dish.
Luis Munive has been eating birria here for a decade. For many, that taste brings back memories of home.
I don't know how to make it. I have relatives who make a very delicious birria, so it's something I've grown up eating my entire life.
Hectic work schedules and busy holidays mean more families in Phoenix are eating their birria at a restaurant or taking it to go. For Cronkite News, Lilian Griego.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.